Welcome back to the Man Cave. What are we doing today? We are finishing off this John Deere, which I've got down here. If you've been if you've been following the progress of me replacing the old engine with a snapped conrod with the Vanguard, which that mower never should have had, but it's gone on there a treat, and refurbishing the cutter deck, some of you have been following the video, the progress of this. What we got, I had a few bits missing. I got the cutter deck on, which I done off camera, but there were a few bits missing. We had a wheel missing, and the wheel bolt, obviously, there's an arm that go on the front of the mower that connect the mower deck to the chassis. That was missing, and some odds and sods. Well, I just come down to the workshop this morning and the bits are all here in a little box. So you're going to see live on camera, I'm going to put these on, and then you're going to see me back the mower out and do our first ever grass cut with it. Yeah, the deck has been rebuilt. It's got a new bearings on it, new idlers. The cutter itself has got new idlers. So let's have a look and just see, well, let's see how these bits go on. Back in a minute. Right, first thing we've got to do is get this wheel on, does it go into the outside? We've got to get this wheel on there. So we should have a bolt in our little box. Here we go, here's our wheel bolt. Part number GX21012 if you need that part number at all. So we slide him through, and then we've got to lift this cutter deck up a little and put the bolt through there. That'll do. And buzz our nut on. Where's our nut? Here is our nut. Right, I'll just get a spanner and buzz that up. Right, we've got the wheel on. She's all free and spinning. Just got the arm to put on the front now. This arm here. And a ball. So let's get these on, buddy. Right, now this arm here. Part number 20497. This arm should go onto the cutter deck somewhere down the bottom here, and then it should hook somewhere up front, but it looks very, very short to me. No, that's going in. I got it in the wrong hole, look. I reckon if we go in this bottom hole, we will be about right. Now I think we've got to lift that up till that go in there. Alright, let me get a block of wood and put under there and see if that'll lift the deck up. Alright, let's see if we can get this deck up enough to get a bit of wood under it. There we go. Oh yes, that fits an absolute treat. So I've got to put that arm through there, and then this comes onto here, and then somewhere we should have a little ball, which we were missing. There's a little ball here which goes on the front, and that pivots on that. So we've got to put the ball on, put our nut on. You don't want to see me put that nut on. I'll just tighten the nut up. Let me get the camera out and show you guys what we're doing. Here we go. Right, there's our arm. Connects up to here. And I've just put the little ball on the end, on the other side of this, in here. We're a bit dark here, sorry. There we go. So I'll just put the ball on the other side. There it is. And the nut is on here as well. So we just got to tighten this up. I suspect that should go the other way up, that arm, to miss that pulley. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can suss out. I think that's, because that looked like that's going to hit that. Does it come this way better? Do you know, I think that probably does, because that's in line with that pulley here. So I think that's probably meant to go this way. It's the problem when you buy something second hand, what someone else has taken to bits. there's always going to be missing parts, no matter how careful the people are trying to keep the parts with them. It's just one of them things. So if you do buy a basket case lawnmower, be prepared to have to do work on it. So I'll get this tightened up, get the R-clip in there, and then we'll be back. Well, there's something else I want to show you before we do too much else. Right, I've got that nut done up about halfway, so let's take this out the cutter deck and see how it sits. Come on, out you come. Right, now that cutter deck is actually set as low as it will go now, and at the minute it's a bit too high, so I'm going to let that down a little. Yeah, I'm going to have to, because I think them front wheels should be probably nearly touching the ground, because I say it's meant to be as low as it will go. Unless I've got that in the wrong hole. I don't know, you see. I might even have this in the wrong hole. We will have to see. Yeah, I think that's in the wrong hole, because we aren't going to have enough thread. So let me take this out. And let's see if we can manipulate it. You know, I think that's better in this top hole. Look, there we go. Yeah, I think we're better in this top hole. So let's get my little R-clip back in again. There we go. So that is our cutter deck fitted. Let me just work it up and down, make sure it works. That's at its lowest setting at the minute. There you go. She's all the way up, all the way down. Well, that is spot on. I think we're a little bit lower on the deck this side than this. So what I might have to do is take them off and let this side deck down a little. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It's lifting the deck just as it should. So let me get this thing leveled up, and then we'll have a go and drive this thing outside and see if it cuts bloody grass. So she's all back together. Cutter deck is working. Let's fire this puppy up. See, cutter deck all works. Let's fire this baby up and see how we get on. Oh, let me show you another thing. The fuel pump. You know, I was running it on its own little fuel tank. I had its own little fuel tank underneath here. Right, I wanted to reinstate the original pump. If we come around this side, there's the original pump that was on the old engine. Goes down to the carb, hooked up to the fuel filter down there, which goes off to the tank. Now, I didn't have a vacuum for that on this engine. I needed a vacuum. So what I did, ta-da, look on the dipstick there. I put a 90-degree hose tail into the dipstick. How did you get that in there, you say? Well, I drilled a hole 2 mil smaller than the hose tail fitting, and then I got a blowtorch and blasted the edge of the hole. Not enough so it melted the dipstick away, but enough to like start to melt the edge of the hole. While it was still wet, I screwed this in. It made its own thread. And in case you're wondering, yes, dipstick still comes out, so it hasn't sort of got in the way of the dipstick. You can still manipulate the dipstick in and out, because I couldn't find any other way of pulling a pulse off this machine unless I drilled and tapped the rocker cover at the front. But there ain't a little tin rocker cover on this. That's a heavy cast alloy one, and I was a bit reluctant to go drilling and tapping into that. So I went on to there. Anyhow, stop waffling, Fen. The people want to see this thing run. So if you guys want to see this thing run and cut some grass, let's get her fired up and get her outside. Now, she hasn't been started for a few days, but I think I'll be alright. Right, excuse me fellas, we're back again. I just had to get her outdoors. So this is its first time cutting grass for a long time. So let's see if she cuts. So if I set the camera up here, and let's see if we can cut some grass. I'll put it there so you can, I'll have a little ride around here. They ain't very long, but we might about get something off. Let's have a look. Right, somehow we've thrown the belt. So I've got to now see why she threw the belt. So let's have another look at this and then we'll be back. So let's take two. I think I know what it was. One of the little tensioners underneath, one of the little idlers on the cutter deck. The arm was slightly bent downwards, so I just tilted him up and I think we're going to be good to go. So let's have a little cut. Hopefully we'll be all right. Alright, let's get you guys on this tractor with me and let's go cut some grass. See how we get on. Put some revs on. Deck in. Pedal. Off we go. There we go. Hello, Mr. Chicken. There we go, we're spitting some outside. Oh yeah, that's definitely cut. You seem to have very good, yeah, cutting a tree, look. Look at that. Super. So here we are, cutting the field. Oh yes, very happy with this. I can't smell burning belts or anything, so I'm assuming all the belts are on there good. There we go. I just want to check this thing out on video to see how we're getting on. There we go. She is there. That is perfect. So the new belts, the new idlers, everything on. She's working a treat. Absolute working a treat. So yeah, that's it. end of Project John Deere 115 automatic. So we have gone rags to riches with this thing, from that horrible primered body that it had to it looking now really spangly. If you're wondering about this side cover, got one on order, trying to find one. It's meant to have a cover like this side, so you can't see all that starter and guts and stuff. So we've got one on order, just waiting for it. So yes, I'm going to call this a day now. I am really happy with the 115. She looks a really nice machine now. There you go, look at her. So yeah, she's all finished, completed, apart from that cover. And the two little things what go in there, that little utility holders what go in there, are about £5 for the pair, so I am going to get them. I meant to order them and I've forgotten. So yeah, we're all sorted. There she is, the 115 automatic, back to lovely condition, cutting grass, sharpened blades, deck bearings, pulleys, idlers, new drive belts, several new bits. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to go, and I shall see you on the next one. I might have something that I think you'll enjoy next time. Next video I'm going to take you over to the other shed and show you what I found, and you guys can tell me if you want to see it done or not. If not, I'll do something else. Right, bye bye for now.